So what, you have a temporary name?
Yeah, no, you.
Oh my god!
Hi, I'm Siobhan.
Hi, I'm Singy.
Hi, I'm Nicole.
Hi, I'm Leah, and this is
ZULA
ChickChats. First, I want to start off with naming some of the schools that you've heard of during your school years, like those that are specifically towards girls.
My school's rules were pretty weird. So one of it was that because you know it's an all-girls school, and then all-girls school usually have a lot of lesbians, so they don't want people to turn lesbian. So if your hair was very short, they'll make you wear a yellow swimming cap to school. If not, right, they'll make you wear a wig. Basically, they want to like shame you.
Okay.
No, it's like a school rule that everyone makes fun of.
It's like, I think it's a girls' school thing, right? My school is like, you all cannot hug each other in school. Let's say bye also.
Bye.
My school had the school rule like cannot wear coloured bra.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
My school also.
Must be nude and white. And if you get caught wearing coloured bra, right?
I still take it off.
You need to go to the you need to go to the bookshop and buy the $5 bra, which is like no support that kind.
Oh my god, my first day, right, the VP was like, turn around. Then I just turn around. She's like, you wear a pink bra. You cannot wear coloured bras. I don't get it. The only reason why we cannot wear coloured bras, right, is because like
Guys, what?
like guys will get turned on by the bra. Then after that, right, cause like I think some students were there. Then that was my first day, you know, in the new school. I was known as the girl with the pink bra. And because of that, I stopped wearing like coloured bras. I started wearing black bras, and I just only wore black bras until recently. Then I went to the Victoria's Secret sale. But then I went to buy my first coloured bra ever at like the age of 19, you know. You know what's the bullshittiest part?
What?
Is that like if you wear coloured sports bra, it's fine. It's still a bra, right?
That's damn true.
No, I don't get it. Like, so what? Boys don't get turned on by
sports
athletic
bra.
girls, ah. They don't care about those girls with like actual bras, is it?
So in general, speaking about other rules, right? What are some rules that you guys have like broken before, and like do you get caught for it, or like any stories to share?
Okay, for me, right, it's like a different side of the story because I was a prefect in secondary school, so I'll be the one going around catching people for breaking school rules. Like literally every morning, right, I have like morning duty, so I'll stand there, I'll watch everybody walk out from the assembly place, right, and then I'll be like, can you please pull up your socks?
Annoying prefect.
No, what a lot of people do is that, right, they borrow their friend's name tag. Then, right, if you see a Chinese girl with one name, then you know she definitely borrowed it from someone. Yeah. Very funny stories about like, I accidentally shaved off my eyebrows, so I had to draw like my eyebrow today, so I had to use makeup. So sorry. If like the skirt is like 5 cm above the knee, right, then
short.
yeah, it's too short. So then like we'll tell the girl to go to the general office and unpick her skirt.
Oh, that was my life every morning. That's how I learned sewing, you know. So when I go to class, right, then I sew back.
Oh my god.
While teaching.
Then there was one time I think I forgot because I sewed my hem, right? Then the teacher asked me to cut. So I cut off the hem already. It's freaking long, right? No, I cannot go home like this. Damn ugly. Because like the skirt can see the fold.
That line.
Ugly. I got 2 folds some more because I fold twice. Then I just like, oh shit, you know I took the stapler, then I staple my entire skirt.
Last time in primary school, my pinafore was too long. My teacher actually said like, I think my pinafore might be too long.
I'm dragging on the floor.
It was like a Mexican dress. Because my mother wanted to buy like one that can last me till pieces. Actually, I was cut quite a lot of times for like my hair, because I have like dyed hair my whole life. I'm sorry, but I just dyed it recently. I can't dye it black. Like, it's going to destroy my hair. I used the excuse my whole JC life.
Are you freaking
yeah,
serious?
the discipline.
Kind of give you ready.
Then like he was like, okay, just buy A's, make sure like you can take your exam. Then right, I never dye back. Like I dyed it even blonder for A's. So
Blonde? Your hair was blonde?
Yeah, my hair was blonde for A's. So I wear a hood, right? Then I like, you know the South Park boy? Then I pull the hood very tight, so only can see my face. I took my MCQ paper. Because I don't want to waste money dye my hair black. My hair is really so lighter and
Why did you even dye it in the first place?
Because I like it brown.
On a more serious note, do you think school rules are important? Why or why
I
not?
think school rules are important lah, but it's like you need to understand what is the reason behind these school rules. Like, so for example, if like these school rules are on like appearance, like you need to look prim and proper or whatever, then of course it's important lah, because it makes like it sets the tone for your day in school.
But honestly, I feel right, I learned pretty well, regardless of my hair color and my socks length. I genuinely get where the school's coming from, because if you think about it, when you're in PSLE, right, like during PSLE, then you get back your results. Then like when your parents talk about like schools, right, they're like, oh, this school like gangster. Like it's shaped by like students you see, like for example in your local malls and stuff like that one. So I understand why they want to keep this image. But at the same time, right, I feel like if you're gonna come down so hard, like I think the consequences sometimes are just like super unreasonable. It just makes me want to be like and like continue doing it but not get caught, that kind of thing. No, but I like those schools where they enforce like to reduce gang activities and stuff. Okay. My school's like really like damn freaking wretched. There was like a food fight that happened in my school. Like literally they throw like freaking like
wonton
spaghetti across
my
the.
God.
I was like, oh my god, this is freaking like High School Musical. Like, but then the thing is, they came down very hard on these kind of people.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's when like school should be enforced, because it really made school like safer.
It teaches people also to like, how to say, to get away with a lot of things. It's like people still break the school rules, but then there's a way to like kind of like. You know,
no, it's like you're just thinking of new creative ways to break the school rules without getting caught. So it's just like why? No, I feel that sometimes it's not very conducive because like you're so focused on trying not to get caught that you're not even paying attention in class. You're just like stressing over like teachers, like the teacher walks in, oh my god, then like you faster like hiding your phone.
The stuff that like they come down on like the physical aspect of it, but like that's why it's a bit stupid also.
Yeah. So how do you think like schools have affected you in general? There's certain schools have taught me to be a bit more aware of how I present myself to people in public. For example, like the image I portray about myself, how it reflects on like my school, reflects on like my job, and like in real life, how it reflects on me as a person.
But I feel like right, this like the way you present yourself, right? Like it's like common sense also.
Yeah,
you know?
it's
like you would know like without schools, right? That like when you want to like make a good first impression, you won't like, oh, look at me, look at my titties, that kind of thing, right? You know, some people just aren't socially. They genuinely don't know that like it's like socially unacceptable to like do certain things.
Yeah.
I feel like with like schools governing them, like maybe like growing up it'll be easier lah, like compared to like just running free.
I think schools just shape the environment.
Yeah,
and the environment shapes you.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the school rules itself is like I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I'm just going like high knee-length socks every day because you know like ankle socks is bad or like you know it will seduce men or something like that. Yeah. You're also more aware of how like a lot of it is all like targeted to girls attracting boys, and when you think back, right, it's like the, you know, how come the guys don't have all these kind of
how come
things,
guys
you
can
know?
wear pattern underwear and short underwear and get scolded? Like I can see, you know, I can freaking see your like underwear color, but I'm not turned on one. No, I'm not turned on when you see my bra. Can you don't? You gonna see the VP boy turn around? Are you wearing pink underwear today? They don't buy.
But I think for school rules, like for me, it has a higher level of like meaning, because when I was in secondary school, I got a lot of shit for like school rules. Like if I don't catch somebody breaking the school rules, I get punished and stuff like that. Yeah, and it's like I felt very suffocating under this whole school rule thing, because it was very strict in my secondary school. Like throughout this entire thing, right, I learned that actually school rules are just school rules. Like it's not that important. I mean, you just need to know the reason behind these school rules. Why is it implemented in the first place? So today we talked about school rules specific to girls.
And some of them might seem really unreasonable, but in the end there is still an underlying reason which is like beneficial for us, so just abide by it.
So if you guys have any stories or any rules that you want to share about girls' schools or schools in general, feel free to leave it in the comments and let us know what else to talk about next time.
And don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Bye!